Mavulis Island, the Philippines' northernmost point, is a tiny, windswept outpost that has recently emerged as a strategic hotspot in the Indo-Pacific. Though it appears as little more than a speck on the map, its significance has grown dramatically in recent years, drawing the attention of regional powers and global observers alike. Just south of Taiwan, Mavulis sits at the gateway to the Bashi Channel, a narrow but crucial maritime corridor. This channel is not only a vital artery for global trade, with countless cargo ships passing through its waters each year, but also a key route for military movement between the South China Sea and the Pacific Ocean. Its location makes Mavulis a critical vantage point for monitoring activity in one of the world's most contested and strategically sensitive regions. Any disruption here could ripple through international supply chains, affecting everything from electronics to energy supplies. The security of this channel is not just a local or regional issue, it's a global concern with the potential to impact economies and security far beyond Asia. Once overlooked and largely uninhabited, Mavulis now stands as the sovereign edge of the Philippines, a clear and visible assertion of the country's territorial integrity. The presence of Philippine forces here sends a strong message: this remote island is not forgotten, and its sovereignty will be defended. The Philippine flag fluttering on Mavulis is more than a symbol, it's a statement of intent. It signals to the world that this is defended ground, not an empty space for others to claim or contest. The flag's presence is a daily reminder of the nation's commitment to protecting its farthest frontiers. The island's newfound importance has shifted the nation's defense priorities. Where once the focus was on internal security, attention is now turned outward, toward the defense of maritime borders and the deterrence of external threats. This shift reflects the changing realities of the region and the growing challenges posed by great power competition. Building military infrastructure on Mavulis is a tangible sign of this pivot. New outposts, surveillance equipment, and improved facilities are being established to ensure that the island can serve as a forward operating base and an early warning post for the nation's defense. In a turbulent and unpredictable region, Mavulis has become a critical sentinel for the Philippines and its allies, a small island with an outsized role in shaping the security and stability of the Indo-Pacific. The Philippines is rapidly fortifying its northern frontier, especially in Batanes. Once known for its windswept hills and tranquil fishing villages, Batanes now stands at the forefront of the nation's defense strategy. The island's strategic location, just a few hundred kilometers from Taiwan, has made them a critical buffer zone in the face of rising regional tensions. As the geopolitical landscape in the Indo-Pacific shifts, the government is investing heavily in infrastructure, surveillance, and military presence to secure these vital outposts. A new forward operating base in Mahatao, Bataan, now anchors territorial defense operations across the Luzon Strait. This facility serves as a command hub, coordinating patrols and rapid response teams. It also provides logistical support for troops stationed on the islands, ensuring they are well supplied and ready to respond to any threat. The base's construction has brought new roads, communications equipment, and even air defense systems to the region, transforming the local landscape. On Mavulis, the country's northernmost island, a permanent naval detachment and rotating elite troops conduct round-the-clock reconnaissance and monitor for threats. Their mission is to detect and deter any unauthorized vessels or aircraft entering Philippine waters. The harsh environment and isolation test the resolve of these soldiers, but their vigilance is unwavering. They use advanced surveillance equipment and coordinate closely with the Philippine Navy and Air Force to maintain a constant watch over the Luzon Strait. Their presence is a constant reminder of Philippine sovereignty and a deterrent to foreign encroachment. The daily raising of the national flag on these remote outposts is both a symbol of pride and a message to the world. The Philippines will defend every inch of its territory. For the local Ivatan community, the military's presence brings a sense of security, but also a new reality as their home becomes a front line. Joint military activities, especially the Balikatan exercises with the U.S., now focus on defending Batanes from external aggression. These drills simulate real-world scenarios, from amphibious landings to rapid deployment of reinforcements. They also foster interoperability between Filipino and American forces, ensuring that both militaries can operate seamlessly together in times of crisis. The exercises have grown in scale and complexity, reflecting the seriousness of the security challenges facing the region. Advanced U.S. systems like HIMARS and mid-range missiles have made their debut in these drills, signaling joint resolve. The deployment of these high-tech weapons demonstrates a new level of commitment to the defense of the northern frontier. It also sends a clear message to potential adversaries. Any attempt to threaten Philippine sovereignty will be met with a swift and coordinated response, backed by cutting-edge technology and strong alliances. Resources and personnel have shifted from internal security in the south to this new northern front line. Troops, equipment and supplies now flow steadily to Batan's, reinforcing its defenses. The military's logistical network has been stretched and tested, but the commitment to fortifying the north remains unwavering. This shift reflects a broader strategic recalibration, as the Philippines adapts to new threats and prepares for an uncertain future. The transformation of Batanes marks a decisive shift, from quiet province to hardened guardian of the nation's northern gate. What was once a remote and peaceful archipelago is now a symbol of national resilience and determination. As the world's attention turns to the Indo-Pacific, Batanes stands ready, its people and defenders united in their resolve to protect the Philippines' northernmost frontier. The Philippines' military buildup in the north is a direct response to growing anxieties about the possibility of conflict erupting in the Taiwan Strait. As tensions between China and Taiwan escalate, the Philippine government is acutely aware of its geographic proximity and the potential consequences for its own security and stability. These fears are not abstract. Military planners and government officials are closely monitoring developments, knowing that any outbreak of hostilities could quickly spill over into Philippine territory, especially in the northernmost islands that lie just a short distance from Taiwan. President Marcos Jr. has publicly acknowledged that the Philippines cannot afford to remain neutral if a conflict breaks out so close to its borders. He has emphasized the need for readiness, stressing that the safety of Filipino citizens and the nation's sovereignty are at stake. In response, military leaders have been tasked with developing detailed contingency plans. These include not only defensive measures against a possible Chinese incursion, but also strategies for rapid mobilization, intelligence sharing, and coordination with international partners. A major concern is the safety of over 200,000 Filipinos living and working in Taiwan. Evacuation plans and humanitarian response protocols are being refined, with regular drills and coordination between Philippine and Taiwanese authorities to ensure that citizens can be moved to safety if necessary. The new military bases in Batanes are strategically positioned not only for defense, but also as critical staging grounds for mass evacuation operations. These facilities are equipped to handle both military and civilian needs in the event of a crisis. Fortifying Mavulis Island is about more than just building up defenses. It's about creating options and flexibility in a rapidly changing security environment. These outposts could serve as lifelines for both military and humanitarian missions. A forward military presence in these northern islands allows the Philippines to better monitor the critical Bashi Channel, secure evacuation routes, and coordinate closely with allies such as the United States and Japan through joint exercises and intelligence sharing. In any Taiwan crisis, the Philippines would find itself on the front lines. Its actions and decisions could shape the outcome, making it far more than a distant observer in this unfolding regional drama. The Philippines' northern pivot is reinforced by a revitalized alliance with the United States. The Enhanced Defense Cooperation Agreement now gives the U.S. access to key northern sites, boosting joint readiness. Balikatan exercises have evolved into complex war games, simulating the defense of Batanes with advanced U.S. weaponry. These drills send a clear deterrent message. Aggression here could trigger a powerful Allied response. U.S. Special Operations now train with Philippine forces in Batanes, building skills for island and maritime defense. This cooperation gives the Philippines access to technology, training, and the backing of a superpower. For the U.S., Philippine bases are vital for projecting power and maintaining Indo-Pacific stability. The buildup on Mavulis is a cornerstone of this broader Allied strategy. The Philippines is now central to a growing network of regional security partners. The Squad, Philippines, U.S., Japan, and Australia, coordinates defense across the East and South China Seas. Japan has fortified Yonaguni Island, mirroring the Philippines' efforts in Batanes, creating a layered defense. Australia boosts regional security with intelligence sharing, joint patrols, and regular participation in Philippine war games. This web of partnerships forms a formidable deterrent, signaling that aggression will meet a united response. Mavulis is now a key node in this network, linking Tokyo, Canberra, and Washington. The island's fortification is no longer just a national project, it's part of a collective defense strategy. Together, these allies aim to preserve peace and stability across the Indo-Pacific. Mavulis Island's value is tied to the Bashi Channel, a critical maritime choke point. This deep-water passage connects Northeast Asia to the world, carrying vital trade and energy supplies. Any disruption here would have global economic consequences. Militarily, the channel is a gateway for submarines and fleets, crucial for both China and the US in any Taiwan conflict. Control of the Bashi Channel could decide the outcome of a regional war. Mavulis, with its radar and military presence, acts as an unsinkable aircraft carrier at the channel's mouth. The Philippines' foothold here helps secure not just its own territory, but the global commons. The fate of the Bashi Channel and regional stability are now closely linked to this remote island. China views the fortification of Mavulis and increased allied activity as a direct challenge. In response, Beijing has ramped up its naval and coast guard presence in the Bashi Channel, testing Philippine resolve. Chinese research vessels, suspected of military surveys, are now closely monitored by new Philippine radar. Diplomatic tensions have risen, with China condemning US-Philippine military cooperation and missile deployments. Beijing frames these moves as provocations, while portraying its own buildup as defensive. The Philippines must carefully balance asserting sovereignty with avoiding escalation. Every new facility and exercise is a calculated move in a high-stakes regional chess match. Despite the military buildup, the Philippines maintains a delicate diplomatic stance with Taiwan. Officially, Manila adheres to the One China policy, but practical ties with Taipei are essential. Quiet cooperation on security, disaster response, and contingency planning is growing behind the scenes. The safety of over 200,000 Filipino workers in Taiwan drives discreet engagement and planning. Any evacuation would require close coordination with Taiwanese authorities, transcending formal protocols. The military preparations in Batanes are designed to support both defense and humanitarian operations. The Philippines walks a fine line, strengthening security without crossing Beijing's red lines. Mavulis stands as a symbol of this pragmatic dual-track approach. Mavulis Island has become a linchpin in the Philippines' new security strategy. Its transformation from obscurity to fortified outpost marks a decisive shift to external defense. Mavulis is now a sentinel for national security, a humanitarian staging ground, and a key alliance node. The island's fortification is a direct response to rising tensions over Taiwan and China's assertiveness. By defending its northernmost territory, the Philippines signals it will not be a passive bystander. This proactive stance invites scrutiny from Beijing, but Manila sees it as necessary. Mavulis is now the anchor of the nation's northern defense and a testament to strategic foresight. As regional waters grow more turbulent, this small island stands as a watchful guardian for the future.